Uh, I'll tell you that. I'll tell you that much. Nothing. So yeah, Kristian, cheers for coming on, brother. Guys, welcome to another episode of Sit Down for Stand Up. Now, as you all know, I have two of my favourite conversations on the pod. One is Bringer Spots, woo, and the other is Gong shows. So, being a people pleaser, because you know I don't like to offend anybody out there, I thought I would bring someone on who am I allowed to call you a bit of a gong master?
I don't know about a gong master. I like a gong. I'm decent at a gong. I've not won them all, so I don't think I can call myself a gong master.
Which one's on the
But
bucket
yeah,
list then?
uh,
Let's
the
start with
only
the
one I've had.
positive.
Yeah,
What,
yeah,
what, what ones have we done, and how did they go? And then we'll humble you after.
that sounds good. So I've done. My favorite is the beat the blackout up the creek
Yeah.
because it works for me there. I don't know why I've done it. I think I've done it 6 times, passed it 4, won it twice. Those are all different fives. It's how I like through doing that, I ended up getting a 10-minute spot on a
Yeah.
Friday. So like a lot of love for that place because that was
Yeah.
that like absolutely buzzing for that.
Is that room? It's never the same any Thursday.
No, God, no, because I've had it sometimes where it's been so tame. I remember one time going and the crowd was so tame, and there was some people getting through who like it was
Shouldn't be
towards the end
getting
of the night.
through.
People were tired. No one was gonging. There should have been really like genuinely like everyone could feel it in the room. People were just tired and wanted to just sort of go home, and they were disengaged. But then I've
Yeah.
been other times and it's been an absolute bear pit.
Yeah.
And people have been going mental and stuff. Like I've heard stories of people like bum rushing the stage and that. Like it's
Right. I've
uh,
not seen that. One I have seen. I won't name the comedian's name. It's the only time I've ever seen it end before 2 minutes. Uh, Basically,
well, okay, wow.
like I don't know why, and quote me on this if I'm wrong. In Up the Creek, it always seems it's split 3 ways. You've got your very um, woke people on the right. You've got your middle class women. No, you like your working middle class women, and you've got all the black people on the left.
I've I've not noticed, to be honest. The crowd seems to be pretty. They're all pretty mixed up
But
normally when I go.
when I was on this, when the guy was on, it was the first act on. This guy was like smashing his bottle like against the floor, going, "Get this fucker!" Oh, so good. My camera went. Was like, "Get this fucker off the stage," everything like that, and like he just left like
Jeez.
within like I think it was like 45 seconds on stage, and then they compared to be like, "Look, you got to give him 2 minutes."
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Which is why I like it there, right? Because it's like if you're 2 minutes into a 5 minute set, you should be able to win a crowd round, and if you've got five and
Yeah.
2 minutes in, if they're hating it or you're stinking, like it sucks. The first time I got gonged off there was hilarious. It was Bemi was emceeing,
Oh,
and
that's solid.
he's so good. He's so good, and
Yeah.
I was chatting to someone in the crowd because they had the same name as my ex at the time, and
Yeah.
someone had tried to spell it and spell it wrong, so I had a guess. I got one letter wrong, and I said it was the same name as my girlfriend. I was like, "Oh, my girlfriend's from Pakistan." All 3 cards went up instantly.
Raw. Okay. Cool.
Hadn't said a word. Bemi gets up on stage and he's just like wetting himself, and he's like, "What?" He's like, "What is wrong with you guys?" He's like, "You're all racist." He's like, "You gonged him off just the same Pakistan. Like, what the hell is that all about?" But that was
They
crazy.
might have said Palestine. You know, who knows? Like,
Mate, who knows? Who knows? It was like a year ago now. But piece of advice to anyone with every gong show, like I got gonged off there from that. I went back with exactly the same material 3 weeks later, and I won. So like, you ain't ever gonna play the same crowd twice, especially at a gong show. Like you never know what the people are like, what the crowd's like, and just because it didn't land that one time, I won't beat yourself up.
yeah.
Genuinely,
I was saying, do you think gong shows judge a comedian's capability?
it's a good question. It's a very good question. I don't know. It taught me. The first couple of times I went, there was no point that I wasn't rejigging stuff or throwing stuff out before going, because when you're sat in the cold light of day and you're like, right, I'm going into this room where if they don't like me, they're going to let me know instantly and they're going to get rid of me. It really makes you go, okay, actually, no, do you know what, that bit's shit, or that's boring, or it taught me to get my stuff just like really tight.
Yeah.
It's one thing I'm actually struggling with now. I'm now trying to write new material and do slightly longer bits. Is like there's like on my 5 and my 10, there's like no fat. It's all just punches, because Gong shows were what was successful for me and what worked. Like I've not been particularly successful through comps. Like I've not necessarily progressed through comps much, but like the Gong shows are the places that have really like helped me progress. And like I said, that's just taught me to get really, because you know at any moment, right, they could just be like, I don't like that, fuck off. So it teaches you just to like, you got to just like hit punch and punch and punch and punch your way through that 5 to try and survive. Some people don't. Some people don't have to.
And I think Gong shows can work for certain types of comedians. Like shock comedy can do quite well. Crowd work is always a big fan. I find in Gongs.
Depends. It can really depend where you are and what you're doing.
I base mine on like Abdul. You know Abdul?
Yes.
Yeah. Man, I call him.
Yeah.
He's a crowd work killer. I always say that. Like,
yeah.
And he smashes the blackout every time he goes. But like he says, like that's where he's comfortable. Like doing the crowd work stuff. So go on. That one's blackout. What are the other ones we've done?
The one I've wrestled with most was Ding Dong. Ding Dong took me a while. Big belly. I first did it when I was like 20 gigs in, and that was when it was still down in Vauxhall. I stunk. Don't get me wrong. The first time I did it, I was, like I said, I was about 20 gigs in, speaking at a million miles an hour, like going so quick. No one knew what I was saying. All my material was on Jesus. Like I think Jesus is just a cheesy topic anyway for any comic.
He's played out.
If there's what more can you say? I remember a lot of my stuff I'd written at that time I was really proud of, because obviously you are when it's your first stuff. And then I saw like a Harry Conor Bolu set from like 10 years ago, and I'm like, oh, he's doing stuff about Jesus getting waterboarded in Guantanamo Bay as well. Like I've got no angle here. Like so that I failed that like once or twice maybe. I did it back again then when it had moved to where it is now, near I think it's like near London Bridge, isn't it?
It's South.
And then
is that, I could never go. It's Waterloo East. That's where I used to always get off.
It's around there. And I basically I think I did it 3 stuff. First time when I stunk, second time when I went back after coming back, and then I actually passed it. Oh no, I'll tell you what it was. I went and did it 2 days after I beat the blackout. I won the blackout for the first time. I was like, okay, here we go. Like I'm gonna use the same set. I'm gonna smash it. I got freaking gonged off like with exactly the same set the second time I did it.
It's weird because, on my opinion, Big Belly's easier than blackout. They're more giving room. Which
I've heard other people say, but for me, it's I've had the opposite experience. But yeah, it's a weird room as well. Like it's a temporary room, right? Like they're not.
Yeah, it's very small. I mean, there's usually at max 25, 30 in the audience. Like,
and it's super just like long, and then you've got. Oh, absolutely, yeah, it's fantastic. But it's what I will say as well is because also they give you feedback at the end, and a lot of it is just kind of roasting you. But if you can look past the anger at the roast, they're actually giving you important information on what your persona is and what your stage presence is, and it's really useful to actually listen to that. Because the first couple times I did it, I was like, well, they're just roasting me. This is like, fuck these guys. But when I actually go back and listen to what they're saying afterwards, I'm like, no, okay, they're telling me who I am on stage, and that is a huge thing.
I mean, there's a reason why Kill Tony's the most popular podcast / comedy thing in the world, isn't it? Because people like seeing people get roasted. Like, and people go to Gong show because they want to see blood. Like, if they know getting roasted on top of that, that is, like the cream on the top. But from my experience there, what I've seen to notice, and I fall on the same camp on this one. I love learning something about a comedian during their set. like learning something about their life, and it can be something so minor, like they used to be a builder, or something like that. But I like always be like, oh, that was David. He used to be a builder. Then that information always goes with you moving forwards.
Yeah, yeah. I think it sort of speaks to the point about just like individuality and persona, I guess, right? Like it's so important to just have something that sets you apart from everyone else. And it's not an easy thing. You see some people burst onto the scene particularly early on, and they've just got such a refined persona. They know who they are, or they might not even realize it, but like they just have such a defined personality, and it's like the material fits it, they suit it, and it just like I'm jealous of those people because I don't feel like I have that. I'm doing pretty well, but like I still don't really know who I am on stage. Like I'm pretty generic as a guy. Like I'm pretty generic material wise, and it's hard to like I'm still 2 years in. God knows how long it's going to take, but yeah.
Do you think? We'll move on to other gongs in a second. Do you think there's sort of a narrative you need to be in comedy at the moment? Otherwise, you might not progress as quickly. You need to appease everybody. So if you try and go a little bit edgy or out there, they try and filter you out quite quickly on the amateur circuit.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't say so because I think, like a lot of my stuff that I've done in the past. I mean, like I said, like talking about Jesus getting waterboarded at Guantanamo, right?
Yeah.
Like that's pretty dark stuff. Like I do. My material is closer to the bone,
Okay,
and
cool.
it's taken me time to work out how to properly do that. Like it's not the easiest thing to land. And like, yeah, like there's the quote from Anthony Jeselnik, which is you can say what you want as long as you get away with it, right? Like, so I'm not a massive fan of Jeselnik. I think I find him quite he's too sort of rhythmic and obvious with his pattern. He's a great comic, obviously, like people like him. I think he's obviously clearly a very talented writer. He's super dark, but I've not seen people being like, get rid of him because he does it in a way that works. I mean, like one of my favorite comics around at the moment, Gianmarco Ceresi.
Okay, yeah, like, yeah.
Adore him. I think he's so funny.
Yeah.
He's got a 15-minute set up on YouTube from a year or two ago. I can't remember what it's called now, but it's one of my favorite 15 minutes of material. Like it's so tight, it's so punchy, like it's dark, it's close to the bones from the stuff he's talking about. And I think it's learning how to do it in the right way. And I think it's important people have a room and space to learn, like particularly if you're early on as a comic. Like
you need room
we're all
fail.
trying to find. You need room to fail, 100%. 100%. No one comes into this knowing what they're doing, or like I said, who they are, or how to get it to work. It's if after a year and people are still just coming out and saying stuff, and you're like, okay, how much of this is actually work through material versus you just not saying cool stuff? Like,
like being like a problematic sort of comedian, like going up there just because you want to say things on your mind and chest things, you want to sort of get them out there. Like, that is 100% issue. But would you agree on the statement that no matter the audience, they are the only thing that matters? Like if they laugh or not laugh, like they are the judge, jury, executioner, and it doesn't matter what anyone else thinks as long as the audience are laughing.
That's a really good question.
Responsibility because we are on the stage. We have got a podium for people will listen.
Yeah, I think also, I mean, right, at the level we're working at, we're not changing anyone's minds or like building manifestos out here, right?
Yeah.
I think
you haven't got a Martin Luther King ego then, no?
No. The CIA ain't going to be taking me out anytime soon. Yeah, I think I don't know. I like, for instance, like a lot of people, which I completely understand, like hate the word retard, right? Like it's not a good word. It's not a word generally that should be using. Like I use it in my set, but I use it in a way that is, I believe, earned. And I've also never once had anyone complain like I've never had anyone speak to me after any of my material I do. Like I said, I speak about religion, I speak about race, I speak about neurodiversity and disability and stuff.
Yeah.
And because like whenever I write a joke, I try and sit back and go, okay, like where are all the holes? What would someone complain about? What would someone poke in that?
You go find one of them.
Yeah, basically, I don't do a joke that I don't feel comfortable that if someone came up to me after a show and went, I don't like this joke because of this reason, that I wouldn't be in a position to go, I appreciate that. However, I've also had that thought, but this is why I don't think there's the issue there. Like, I always make sure it's punching towards me a lot of the time as well. Like I'm pretty self-deprecating in that way, which I think helps and earns some space. But you can go too self-deprecating as well and lose an audience.
But then like saying doing like a disabled joke. If you were like, right, who in this room's got a disabled brother, sister, mother? Right, this joke's about them. Then we all have a problem. Like we all have a problem. But sort of just doing the material of the joke, because the one thing I love about comedy is like, look, everyone's gonna have jokes that are for them and not for them. But no one's ever not got the not right to not be offended. I know I said that sentence wrong, but you know what I mean. Like, comedy is subjective. There's no right or wrong answer, and we're all out here just trying.
Yeah, absolutely. I think the other thing as well with open mic comedy, there's no control over who's in the room in terms of audience, and if you're playing to a crowd of 10 people, then that 10 people just might not like the kind of comedy you do. I've had it before. I've gone and I've done like my best material, like material that I've used in clubs, and it's gone well. I've got like rounds of applause for and stuff.
Yeah.
And I've done it at an open mic, and I've tried, and I've obviously like worked it. I've not just done it straight as it is.
Yeah.
And it's just not got anything. People just don't like it because it's all percentages, right? The smaller the crowd, the chances are, and obviously in theory you should be able to play any room and you should be able to work it, but there are some times where you just I also used to think there was no such thing as a bad crowd, and then I had a gig that not that long ago, and I was like, okay, no, there's every single person struggled. My opinion on a bad crowd is how many other comedians are in that crowd waiting to get on stage. Yeah, that's a big problem with open mics, particularly early on open mics. Yeah. We have a lot of people who are sort of sub 20, 30, 40 gigs. People are still in that phase of like, oh God, what's my material? Oh God, what am I going to say? I need to get up there. And that all eases down, and that comes with more time. And
so it gets easier as you go further along, or it becomes harder.
I would say yes and no. I would argue. It definitely, you just get more comfortable, and because again, right, it's percentages. You've done 10 gigs. You're doing a gig. That's 10% of all the gigs you've ever done. Yeah. Like that feels like a hell of a lot, right? Whereas if you're 100, 200, 300 plus in, you're so used to it, and it just becomes second nature, or like you'll know what your material is, and you don't have to worry. Like if I'm going to go do a gig where I know that I'm just doing my 10 or something, I'm just like, oh, okay, I don't even like, I'll maybe have a quick flick through of notes, but I don't have to sit. Whereas before I'd be at home, I'd run over it like 4 or 5 times, make sure I knew all the beats, all the movements, like knew exactly what I was doing. Whereas now I've done it enough, it's just I don't have to worry. Like,
what stage in your I always hate calling it a career, but I'm going to call it a career. Your comedy career, did you think to yourself, wait a minute, I can do this, or do you still struggle with them demons every single day? Because if you beat the Gongs, you're funny. Like, you can't deny that. Like, but do you still battle that with your head, like waking up being like, I'm not funny, everyone else is funny?
Oh yeah, 100%. I think anyone who says they don't is a liar. It's, of course you do. I mean, comedies, and I've spoken to this before in other places, like comedy's something I've always wanted to do, like genuinely from like probably about 11, 12, like I've known this is what I wanted to do. And I've always been good at public speaking and presenting, like, so like that, the whole, like, can I do it? I've always had a self-belief. Like I've always been funny around friends and stuff. Like, so I've always kind of been like, I can do comedy. And then you get into it and you start going, you seeing other people, you see how amazing other people are and everyone's so good. And then you start going, okay, well, can I do this? Am I any good? Or like you will, like I'm going through a period now trying to write new material. I'm trying to work it through because I need more stuff. And I've got loads of stuff I've discarded and I'm like, that was okay. And I'm trying to work through stuff now and I'm like, oh my God, I feel like I'm back at square one. Am I funny? Do I know anything? Have I actually just got a 10 and that's it? And I've got a really funny 10 and that's great. And that'll get me some club work. But then I'm good. That's it. I can't get anything more out. And everything else that I try and squeeze out is shit. Like it's constant. Like,
but didn't your first stuff, did that not start off shit also? But then you realise how many times you tweaked it, changed it, fought with it.
Yeah, of course, absolutely. But then there's that pressure that you've, like you said, like you've beaten the Gongs or you've gone and performed a couple of weekend slots and you start going, God, shit. Yeah, I know that was shit, but this can't, like, this can't be shit, but obviously it can be, and you've got to let yourself room to fail, and that's why opens are important, and it's good to go and try stuff out. And
whereas like anyone who plays football, say if they're in like, I don't know why I'm referencing football here because I know nothing about football, but anyways, if you're playing, say if you're in the goals team, like your 5-a-side mates, and you go to like the Vanera League, whatever it's fucking called, you'll be like, oh my God, I'm shit. But if them League 6 people went to go play in League 2, they'll be like, oh my God, I'm shit. Now, if them League 2 people went to go play for the best team in the world, let's say Arsenal, they'd think that's shit. So it is all purely subjective. As you move up, you are going to be the lowest in that league.
Yeah. It's very true, and it's important. It's important to be humble and have that drive, and not be like, I know what I'm doing. I've got this figured out. I'm great. I think it is. I think it's very easy to have. There's a lot of ego flying around in comedy, right? Because of course it is. It's one person and a mic stand. Like that's power, right?
100. I mean, the other day, was it? I got challenged saying, clearly not a stable person. I started comedy at 33. What bit of stability do you think I have in my life?
Of course, right?
Okay, I don't know about you. Okay, Kristian, it's actually funny enough the first question I ever asked, and I haven't asked it yet. How and why did we get into comedy? And I really hope it started off from a dark place.
Like I said, for me, it's just pure, just love comedy. I've always wanted to do it. It's not like I've never questioned it. It's like genuinely never questioned it. I will say comedy has been incredibly helpful. Like comedy, I don't know where I'd be without comedy mentally. Like it's kept me going for a long time. Like it's like I've had a lot going on in personal life over the last year, but without like it just gives you something to do that's not work, gives you something to do that's not hanging out with mates, and it's just like when I go to gigs, like I just put my phone on airplane mode.
Cool.
Like I don't speak to anyone. I don't want to hear anything from anyone. I just like lock in and I'm like, I'm here for comedy.
Right.
I'm here to watch other acts. I'm here to perform. Like that's like it's like a mental safe space, right? Nothing matters outside that door because you're in there right now, and and you're locked in.
If I said the tag cheap man's therapy.
Oh, absolutely. And I mean, there's some people who do treat it very much so. I mean, I talk about stuff on stage. Like it's I think it's cathartic. Like like I said, I've talked about stuff that's happened to me, and it's like at the end of the day, cheesy or not, comedy is art, and expressing yourself through art and talking about stuff that you're going through or just expression in any way is just incredibly helpful and important. I think it's so important for people to have creative outlets, right? Like you need friends, you need exercise, you need food, and you need to do something creative, I think.
Oh yeah, we are social creatures who need to like vent our expressions and our emotions.
Yeah.
So it all sounds perfect. I mean, do you think there should be any censorship in comedy?
I don't think there is any censorship in comedy, to be honest. I think you look at some of the people at the top and the stuff they're saying and doing.
Oh,
there's no, when people are like, you can't say anything anymore. I'm like, well, you can. Everyone's saying whatever they want. Like, it's not some people don't like it and will complain, but like, I don't think. I think cancel culture is a myth. Like, you look at the lists and lists and lists of celebrities who've been cancelled over the last few years who are bringing out brand deals and drinks and
I agree. I agree.
podcasts.
I completely agree. There's no such thing as cancel culture. All it does is it puts you in the media for a little bit, and you get a little bit more boosted. I will say, because I always say, cancel culture isn't a thing. You can joke about anything, but also be aware of, like I'll say in particular with like this whole Charlie Kirk thing, be aware that your job could find out.
Yeah, of course.
Like,
I
will always say that, bearing in mind, like, if you want to go do edgy crap, things like that, bear in mind, like, this isn't making you an income. So
yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Hopefully one day. So what do you sort of like? What do you want? I want to go back to the Gong shows. God, that's how quick you can go off on tangents for, isn't it? So we beat the blackout with Big Belly. Where else have we gone?
I did the Beat the Frog.
Beat the Frog up in Manchester.
Up in Manchester, yeah, which was nice because I'm from Leeds, but I've never really gigged up north because I started down here. So it was nice to go up north. Yeah, exactly. It was nice to go up north. It was nice to do a gig up there. It was a lot of fun. It was good. I went down well. I didn't win. I'll be honest, a little bit disappointed I didn't. I thought I had it in the bag, that one, but I need to. I want to go back up at some point and try and win that. But that's a good one. It was easy for me because my parents are still in Leeds, so obviously I just got train from theirs and that. Yeah. But so it's a bit of a schlep if you're based in London. I know some people have gone up, got a hotel for the night, and they've been gonged off straight away in a minute, and it's like that's rough.
My boy from Bournemouth did that for blackout.
Oh,
like he came up from Bournemouth, and he lasted about 2 minutes 30 seconds.
Oh, it's rough.
He's a good comedian, but I said, I knew he wasn't going to make it through because he's as dark comes. Like talking about like he picked like, I'm not going to do him justice saying this, but he does it very, very funny. How like his last 3 sexual interactions was the roadkill he found driving home.
Christ.
I mean, it's like that to me. Like I like the way he says it is funny because he's got the persona. Course, yeah. But it's like you're going to say this on stage, like gongs aren't going to be your thing, brother. Like, they're not going to like you. I mean, was there any notable differences from the Manchester scene to down here?
I not enough, or not. I remember the because there's quite a few of us who'd gone up like separately, but few other people I know from the scene were up from London to do the Gong. And the Manchester comics were complaining jokingly like about the London comics coming up because I was chatting to someone about this the other day. Obviously outside of London you tend to get longer sets.
Yeah.
There's not necessarily as much competition. I mean there still is in places like Manchester, right, and Brighton and stuff because they're big places with big scenes. But generally you get there's a lot more lenience, whereas London there's so many people and as we said they're all so good. Yeah. And it's like you've got to really get that 5 down that is killer to start moving through in London. Not saying that it's not outside, but like I mean that's why I wanted to start in London, right? Because I was like, well, this is the place, right? And if I want to be good, I want to be with the best. I want to try and.
I mean, I would challenge that. I think Manchester and Liverpool are the place.
Yeah.
Honestly, I do think they are the place. And with my opinion on London comedy, I think you've got to get your 5, then you've got to leave London for your 10s and 15s. Then you can come back into London with 10s and 15s.
Yeah, I mean, I've done loads of gigs down in Kent.
Oh yeah, cool.
Like, yeah, just because it's convenient to get to from London. But I knew quite a few people out there, and so again, yeah, just getting longer sets. I think it's important not to get stuck in any scene, right? Like it's good. Like I want to get more gigs up north now. Like I didn't want to go up north until I at least had a 10. That was good. I was that is fully tight and punchy. Because I also don't want to. I know it sounds bad, but it's like I don't want to have to travel up north all that way and all that money to do like an open or do a 5 at an open, like I want to be doing slightly better gigs, right? Because it's effort. So I was like, I'm not going to go up or try and go up until I'm at a point where I can say to people, hey, look, I've done this. I've been on these places. Here's my video. Is it okay if I come and do a 10?
If that okay, we'll talk after the pod on that one. Because I'm hated down south at the moment, but a lot of Northerners love me. So we'll talk about that one after. I mean, like it also seems to be like I think like up north there's there's a larger audience.
Yeah, I'd assume so. Like I said, it's not somewhere I've gigged much, but I've obviously got northern sensibilities. Like I lived up north. Like that's where I grew up. Do you know what I mean? I only moved down to London, what, 3 years ago, I think it was. Okay. Now. So like, like little cultural things. Like sometimes, like I've got jokes about gimps. It's some of my favorite jokes, and turns out like I think it's quite northern to call people gimps. Like sometimes I get sometimes down here where some people are like, they either pull away when I say gimp. I've had it times when people are having to explain what a gimp is to each other in the crowd, and I'm like, what? Like
a gimp. I'm not being sure. A gimp's like the one of the Leather Mask brothers, isn't it?
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, I'm with you. Yeah. I mean, the one I always get so bad at. I'm a smoker. I still call them fags.
But that's a British thing. I don't think anyone's gonna. Everyone knows what you mean. Like,
I'm not going around the corner to suck off Jerry. Like it's like, but then I don't understand like how they've taken the time, coined the term, and then then they can sort of run with it. So we've smashed the frog. Did we get the dildos at the belly?
The third time I passed. I didn't win it, but I passed. Yeah.
And you've always kept the lights on at the blackout.
Yes.
What other ones have we done any more?
I did the. It's not a gong, but it kind of is at the same time, but it's positioned not as one. It's the knockout at backyard.
Okay, calm. Yeah.
Did that as well. That was that's just a really interesting exercise anyway, because I don't know how much you know about it, but it's like the bracketed thing, and you go through the heat on the night.
Knockout stage, yeah.
Yeah,
so through, yeah.
Yeah, and it's like 2, 3, and then 4 minutes each round, which are all obviously like weird set lengths. So like having to set back and like actually tactically plan what you're doing, like that was interesting. I enjoyed that. I passed that. That was good crack. I enjoyed that.
So I was calling them like round robins.
Yes, yeah.
Right? Yeah. But then like I wanted to start one of these. So it's like 8 comedians. Everyone does a minute. The crowd votes one person off. All 7 then do a minute. One person, 6. But I was thinking, what time would you do your best jokes? What times would you do your worst ones? You don't do your worst one first. You might go like a loser, but you don't do your best one first.
Yeah.
And it also comes, like I said, very tactical.
Yeah, definitely. I think I did. So I did what would be like my normal opening.
Yeah.
2 minutes. I just did that because I was like that. I mean, that just makes sense to do, right? And then the middle 3 was like that was like some real like just real punchy stuff. And then most people flag by the 4. Like I've been to watch it quite a few times anyway. Because like obviously Bethnal Green, so like I'm not far.
Yeah.
And you get it sometimes where you get to the final and people you can tell they've run out of steam. And they're kind of just doing material. But I did some like sort of newer stuff, but then also like tried to end it on some real punches. I ended on applause break, so I was like, I've played it. I've played it
Keep
right.
laughing, you pricks. Keep laughing.
Yeah, literally, honestly. But yeah, I think I didn't. I passed, but I didn't win. But still, if you do well as well and you make the final, like Dave who books there, like he'll get you some spots and stuff, which is always good fun.
So have we the one we haven't mentioned, which are the mecca of the Gongs?
Yeah, I did. King Gong. So I did King Gong back in it was like June or July. I can't remember when it was now. This year.
Right.
This is obviously after. This is after everything else. So this is after everything of passing everything, winning stuff, and that. And so I was like, yeah, I'm like, this is the victory lap, baby. I'm gonna have a great time.
The full house.
When I was like 4th on, I think, and I was like, I'm pretty happy with that. Like, that's a pretty good spot.
I disagree.
Well, I don't think at the store it is, but at a normal gong.
Yeah. Second's the worst.
For me, you want to be halfway or just slightly over halfway in probably the first half.
Yeah.
Because they've seen enough people. If they're up for blood, they've sort of got it out of the system a little bit.
Yeah.
And they have sort of a decent baseline of, okay, what is good and what is bad. Because obviously, not a lot of people have much understanding of comedy outside of pro comics. You see sometimes people come to open mics and they'll sit there with their arms folded. I'm like, are you expecting Live at the Apollo? Yeah. You've come here for free. Like, shut up. But, yeah, I got up. I started with a little bit of crowd work, which was a bad idea. And by I think it was like maybe a minute and a half in, like I was gone.
Yeah.
They were booing. I had like I've never been booed in my life. And I was like, okay, fuck. I knew what I'd done wrong. Like, that was I'll be honest, that was a real big stomach punch. That was proper, like, sitting on a bench staring at the Thames for an hour, just being like, what am I doing?
Oh, like, they're ruthless. Like I was like, my first ever gig was Comedy Store London Gong Show.
Jeez,
first ever gig.
That's crazy.
I've told it so many times on the episode. I have to do it with my eyes closed. I don't know why it makes a difference telling a story. You know, there's great blind comedians out there, for fuck's sake.
Yeah.
But so yeah, first I was like, you know what, I'm gonna do some comedy. I emailed him on the Monday, being like, oh, can I try and do the Gong Show? Thinking, you know, I'm the greatest gift. That obviously the Comedy Store's going to want to book me, you know, headline act, Apollo next week. They got back about an hour later saying, we had some dropouts, come along tonight.
Yeah.
So I okay. Went along. Never done comedy. I was second on. First person lasted about 40 seconds. And they said even on that, you gave him too much time. On 40 seconds, they were like, because he made a joke about being a vet and sleeping with the dead animals. I don't know why it's always dead animals. But I would rather a vet slept with a dead animal than a live animal. Just throwing it out there.
Ooh, yeah, I mean, yeah, I guess. I've like, gut reaction says yes.
So you take your dog Fluffy to the vet. And he goes, okay, you know, look, Fluffy didn't make it, but I had sex with it. Would you rather have been while it was alive or dead?
I'd rather he didn't tell me, to be honest.
Granted, okay. But we don't live in this perfect
and then getting the bill.
Kristian.
Getting the bill out and being like, oh yeah, and he's charged me for it as well.
Cheeky bastard.
He's expensed the condoms.
Why is there a Durex machine at the vet? So he got fucked off. And I lasted a minute 23.
Damn, yeah, okay, that's not bad at all, mate, for your first time.
Yeah. I can't remember, is it Fanya? The black bald woman?
Tanya, Tanya, I think it's Tanya Moore, I think.
Like TH. She's a killer.
Yeah. She's class. Unreal, yeah.
But my surname's Farr. And when I went off, it was like, Daniel Farr, it should have been Fart because he's shit. The whole crowd erupts with laughter. And, you know, you're just like, oh, okay, I'll take my beating. Like, shit. Yeah. Like, it is humbled. But the night I did it, 2 people out of 40 got through.
Jeez, yeah. I think the night I did, I think it was 3 or 4. Like, they were brutal. And the thing is, as well, is I don't know how true it is, but they say it in the email, which is you can't go back for 6 months if you've been gonged. Yeah,
blackout's 3 months in it.
I'll be honest, I don't know about blackout because I've gone and jumped on before, but
they're quite a nice Thursday morning message, aren't they?
Yeah.
Sometimes, and Randy's a G, the bouncer.
Yeah,
he knows I'm on about the big black bouncer there. He knows so much about comedy.
Yeah,
I'd take his advice over a comedian's any day.
yeah. I mean, honestly, someone once said to me when giving advice, they were like, "This is just one comedian talking to another. This is my opinion. So, like, I'm not even remotely offended if you do not take anything I say on board. Like, it's just literally my thought." And I try and always preface anything I say to another comic with that. I'm like, please feel free to just walk away and go, "What a dickhead," but I thought this thing,
Yeah.
but feel free to ignore it. Like,
Would you like? Because I've always loved. Like, I love it. I love when comedians they'll then give me advice and stuff. Not when they, want to do a post about it without my consent. But I'm always open to advice. But the one thing I love as well, when a comedian comes up, goes like, loved your bit. This is a great tag.
yes, yeah.
And then, because it's like, right, you got excited for me.
Right, yeah,
So
exactly.
you had to come tell me this. That's awesome. That is amazing. Like,
the other thing as well is like it means that they're engaged and they've been listening to your set. Like if I come over to you and go, "Oh, here's the thing that I thought," it means like I've been locked in. You've got me. I want to. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah.
So would you say without the Gong shows, you wouldn't have progressed as quickly?
Oh, no chance. Yeah, absolutely. I think it only lasts for a certain amount of time, right? It's the same with competitions. You can ride them for like a bit, but then it comes back to just grinding again, and just gigging and writing new stuff and getting better and better and getting your name out there. There's no way I'd be where I am without the Gongs, just because it's like it's a stamp of approval, right? Two, like I said, I've got gigs off the back of them, like at clubs. And I just think, that's why I say they're not for everyone. They don't work for everyone. They don't work for everyone stylistically. Like I said, I don't progress through comps particularly well. Like I don't do amazingly in them.
I hate when comps. I was like one of my boys. He's he's one of them comedians that when you've watched them, you're like, I need to just go reevaluate everything I've ever written down. Like, this is how it's meant to be done. And he did the one on Saturday. Was it So You Think You're Funny? Or one, I can't remember what it was on Saturday. And he didn't get through. But it was
it Leicester Square?
Yeah, Leicester Square one. But I was like, bro, you're not a 5-minute comedian. Do you know what I mean? You're a 20, you're a 25. And as well as that, it's a clap off most of the time.
Yeah, I've got my own grudge to bear with audience votes, to be honest. The blackout doesn't have an audience vote. It's the guys in the booth that pick, and that's the one I've always won. And
also, what I also like about the blackout, and I will give, I did slate the blackout about 20 episodes ago because there was no truth, because there was a compare. I can't remember her name, but it went until about 11 o'clock or something like that, like 10:30, and she just got up when the last act was over with a bag on her and was like, "Oh, it's been running late. Billy, you won. Well done, Billy," and then just left.
Oh, right, okay,
and
wow.
That left a bad taste in my mouth. But 9 times out of 10, Blackout has absolutely smashed it. The thing I love about them, they will change the cards.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it can be important. You see it sometimes where some people are hesitant, or like, I remember the first time I went to watch King Gong, there was a group of girls who had the card, and they would only ever card after someone else had.
Right. Okay.
And the MC was just like, "What are you like? No, what are you doing? Give me a card." Like,
also, I do find with the King Gong, it's very 1 card, 2 card, 3 card. With the Blackout, at least they seem to have a bit more of their own thought process. Like, you might get the one light, you might get the second light, but then if the third don will be sitting there like,
What?
We'll
Hear about, let him cook.
I said, let him cook. Let him cook. And agree. And also, like, I always get, is it Femi, isn't it, Remy?
Bemi.
Yeah. Like, he usually talks to the act after.
Yeah.
Which I sort of noticed, and like, which is quite uplifting.
Yeah, absolutely. It's a nice touch. It makes it personal.
Yeah. It's a class act.
Yeah.
It's that class act, to be honest, which I do like. So, okay, look, we've done a lot of Gong shows, so I'm going to love asking this question. What's the worst thing you've seen someone do at a Gong show?
God, that's a good question. Oh man, I don't even know. I've
Can I just say now, this is
yeah,
episode, I think, 120. You will have to do something pretty fucking severe to get into the top 10 of things I've heard.
yeah. I'm lucky in that I don't think I've ever really seen anything particularly horrific. Like I've seen, and if I have, I've definitely expunged it from my brain.
Yeah.
Like, I've never seen anyone like physically do anything bad.
Right.
I've heard a lot of bad material, but that's part and parcel of just
Yeah. Okay.
it comes with doing all these gigs, right?
Just the worst thing in general. Like some of the ones I've heard, I would just do a couple of my bloody highlight reels. One of them
Yeah.
was like where they're pretending to like wank off a dog. No problem.
To be fair, I've got a bit I'm working at the moment about wanking off turkeys. So
another one is where where they act out a I've got to be careful in terms of service, a grape scene on stage.
okay, that's insane.
Okay, we haven't even hit the worst yet. Okay.
Jeez. I've got this is triggering nothing in my mind.
Let's hit. Daniel, sit down for stand up. Top 3 worst things I've heard on stage. One, okay, third place. Somebody, just getting it wasn't going well, so they just like got their knob out and started like waving it in people's faces. Okay,
Oh my
that's
God.
third. That's third. So there's 2 more here. Okay, one comedian pulling their trousers down and taking a shit on the stage.
What? Where are you gigging?
This isn't me, brother. This is
I was gonna say,
This is 120 episodes.
this is okay.
Where I've asked people
Wow.
the worst things they've seen. And do you want to hear the worst?
Yeah, go on. Like,
It's the
let's.
worst. Okay.
I can't even imagine.
You can't be honest. And I've never not posted an episode. Okay, and I won't even say what episode it is, so people can make up their own. They've got to go through them all to find out which one this is. A woman, first time ever doing comedy, got on stage. Okay, let's say she's not the full ticket. Okay,
Right.
she has her demons. The compere got her to pull down her trousers, and he shaved her pubes in front of a live audience.
What?
Her first time doing comedy on stage. Yeah. Yes.
What?
Yes. That is the case. That is Sit Down and Stand Up's top 3 worst things I've heard people doing on stage.
My God.
I armed and ahed of posting that episode, so I was like, the public don't need to hear this.
That's horrendous, man.
She's still gigging today, bless her heart. But
God.
oh, her. Give what I said. Yeah, calm.
Yeah.
Oh.
Wow. No, I have never seen anything remote. Maybe I'm just such an intimidating presence at Gong Show. I'm so manly that people dare do anything around me. But God, man, on it, that's insane. I've got nothing even remote.
That's not insane. That is actually insane.
Yeah.
That's not a tag of,
yeah.
oh, that's crazy, man. No.
Yeah.
That's crazy. Come on, man.
Yeah. God, no, I've got.
So you got up your game, Kristian. Not gonna lie to you.
Clearly, yeah.
You let me down on this one.
I'm so sorry. Yeah.
Okay. Look, I want you to complete all 3 of them by October. Okay. Get out there. You need to take a shit on the stage with your dick out while someone shaves your pubes. Okay.
Yeah.
And let's see how. 5.
I'll do it all within a 5, and then I'll retract my comments about cancel culture.
God, imagine doing that and you didn't get gonged off.
I mean, it's a power move. Yeah, gosh.
The lights actually turned off behind you. Like, well, we'll see where this is going. Why have you not gonged me?
That is, I can't even begin to fathom anything even close to that. Like, wow. Yeah, I guess I've just been lucky. I've been very lucky. Jeez.
completely. Okay, okay. Let me. Okay, you know, I always thought I was good at segues. I'm really not. I don't know how to move on from that one, Kristian. Okay, Kristian, what's your joke writing process?
Well, I'll start by taking a shit in the middle of my bedroom, shave my pubes, whip my knob out, and see where that takes me. Yeah, I mean, yeah, joke writing for me is, I think it's a quote from from Jerry Seinfeld, right? Where he was
Okay,
it's something,
okay, cool, yeah.
yeah, it's like something along the lines of like, when you're writing, like treat yourself like a baby, treat yourself like a child, like write everything down, every thought, doesn't matter what it is, doesn't matter how bad you think it is, write it, put it out on paper. Then when you come to actually doing it or practicing it or working on it, be your harshest critic. When you're editing, be as harsh as possible.
Okay.
So I've got reams and reams of stuff that will probably never see the light of day because it's just, oh, that might be funny one day. I don't know. And I've had stuff where I've written something and thought nothing of it, and then actually gone back like 6 months later through notes and gone, oh, actually, you know what? Shit, no, that's a really good idea. Or it's some kind of like floating isolated joke that I've had nothing to do with, and I've gone, oh, that's now actually perfect to slot in this little bit I've got going on. I think a lot of it comes from being neurodiverse. Like I'm really dyslexic. Like I don't write my stuff down. It's like I'll write key bits of information about it, and then I'll just like walk around my room as if I'm doing it on stage. Yeah. And that helps me tweeze out. If I actually, I've done it before. After reading Adam Bloom's book, right? Had a total meltdown. I was like, oh my God.
He
yeah, he's incredible. Like, and I was like, I'm a hack. I don't know what I'm doing. Like, so I sat and I tried to write some stuff out. And it's just not my style. Like there's other stuff in the book I've taken and works perfectly, but in terms of sitting and writing it, it's too staccato for me, and it doesn't come across in my natural like tone. Like it just feels overwritten for me when I do it.
100, but that's the beautiful thing about his book. That I could even challenge. You could say like 80% of it's not for me, 70% of it's not for me. But the value for money, for the insight you get for the bit that is for you,
oh yeah,
makes that book worth buying. You might only be 100%. One chapter in the whole book that you're like, oh, okay, cool, but that chapter will change your outlook on comedy. And I might be a bit of a harsh critic there. I loved every bit of the book. Like some bits, I've highlighted so much in it.
Yeah,
I can't remember my one is over there. But but yes, it might not be for you because then listen, you can listen to the greats, but I always personally think you need to find your comedy genius. That's the other one. Find your own funny.
Yeah, 100%, and that boils back down to what I was saying earlier about like trying to figure out who I am.
Yeah.
And persona. Like it's so, if you have that locked in, if you've got your own style, you know who you are. Holy shit, does that make writing so much easier? Like I can write loads of different stuff. I can write dark stuff. I can write silly stuff. I can write puns, and I've done all that kind of stuff in the past. Like I used to be pretty wordplay heavy early on, and I got sick of people groaning and was like, well, I can write this, but it clearly just isn't right or working for me, so fuck that off. Basically,
I do feel like, do people want clever?
People
like you can write a well-layered joke. Like sometimes, like like your guilty pleasures, your low-hanging fruit. Most people prefer to eat chocolate to salad. They're there for fun. Give them the shit.
Yeah, it's crowd dependent. Obviously, I think you can be too clever as well. I've overwritten stuff and have self-referential stuff feeding into each other or using niche references that'll make a certain pocket of people laugh loads, but everyone else is like, I'm lost. I've no idea what's going on here.
Yeah.
You can, yeah, absolutely. And I think it's why it's so important to not be known early on in your career, because it gives you room to breathe, right? It gives you room to fail, and because as soon as you start building an audience and you get big, and if you've got particularly a big following that like a certain thing from you, you've now got to play to the gallery, right? You're stuck doing what that group of people now come and pay and explicitly come to see you do, which is great because you've got an audience, which is amazing. But also, is that then kneecapping you actually becoming
getting better,
even better and bigger?
Yeah, is that okay? I don't know why I'm going to use this metaphor. Is that why a lot of boxers will stay amateur till they go pro?
I think so. Yeah, absolutely. Right. They say it's cheesy, right? It's 10 years to make an overnight sensation.
Yeah, Mickey Flanagan, 12 years. I've had Jamie Hutchinson on. He said he was 8 years of eating shit.
Yeah, it's yeah.
So, but I'm okay. Without sounding egotistical, I am struggling with that a little bit. Like, I've been going for 4 months now. Okay, Instagram's blowing up. The podcast is doing well. I am a nobody in the comedy. I am nowhere near. I am always probably. I'm never the worst, but I'm very far off the best on every bill. Do you know what I mean? But everything I've done now gets critiqued like a motherfucker.
Right. Yeah.
But no one told me not to do this also.
Yeah.
So, you know, it's like, because once again, this isn't me in 1,000,000%. I need to emphasize that. It's like celebrities going, oh, I hate the fame. Yeah, but you love the money. It's like all like the porn stars, but I wish I never did it now. Yeah, you're saying that with a Bentley in the garage. And do you know what I mean? Like five house mansion. Like, you've got to accept the game almost. You can't you can't cotton pick what you want. Like, so like what would you want out of comedy? What is, like, you know, the penultimate goal here?
To be a full-time comic, make it my living. Just to be a comedian. Like, it just feels, it seems cool. Like, I want to be able to be comfortable from it, and which is, I think doing comedy full time and being comfortable enough to not have to worry explicitly financially, like that. But that in itself, I think, is a huge goal. I think in comedy, because it's not even remotely an easy thing to be doing, right?
By 1,000,000%. I mean, like, oh God, I'm doing, for someone who's fat, I'm really banging out the sports analogies here. Like, how do people who play football end up, you know, making it full time? It is a very cutthroat. It is a cutthroat industry, and by what I've been told by loads of people, that, you know, on the circuit level, that, you know, the salaries haven't really changed much since the 90s. So I think you also need to make a name out of comedy. Also, bringing me back to my segue, loving this. How important is it, being a comedian, being funny on stage, in comparison to how marketable you are, how many followers you have, how many Instagram? So, like, let me just drop this hypothetically. If you run a night, okay, and you've got an application for the headliner, okay, 2 people apply. One person sends you, it's a 20-minute headline. They send you 20 minutes and they are a killer, okay? Yeah. Or someone else sends it to you, no material, we've never seen them, but they've got 500,000 followers. Who would you book?
I mean, I think you try and throw them both on, I guess. But, like, it's
that's a cop-out answer, Kristian.
It's a complete cop-out answer. I mean, my heart says the good one, but your head says the guy with 500K. It's you do see it sometimes. You see people who are huge on social media, and they go into stand-up, or they'll do sort of sketches, or they do funny stuff online, and they'll go, "Oh, well, I can be a comic." You can't. It's a completely different art form. Stand-up is its own thing. It's not going and just being funny and telling jokes with your mates. Stand-up is a genuine thing you have to work hard at to understand and write and get good at. It's no one's good at when they start.
Yeah, no one's
regardless of the background.
This is why I was challenged, like doing skits, whatever the bloody called.
Yeah,
you can record that 20 times over. You can edit that and be like, right, it's now ready for the public. A joke, you got to be like, right, let's go see how this does.
Yep, it's there's no other way to test. There's no other way to practice. You can't spar with it. Like, sparring is open mic. You have to go and do it. You have to go get punched in the face.
Yeah,
like, that is comedy. And you got to learn how to deal with it. Like, and like, don't get me wrong, I think it's so important nowadays to have an online presence and do sketches and that kind of thing, because that helps build your audience. It massively does. And in the meantime, also work on the comedy, right? Also get good at stand-up. Like I throw out sketches here and there. I've had a lot more.
I enjoy them.
Yeah, thank you. I've had a lot more success on TikTok than I have on Instagram. I have stuff I don't upload on Instagram, but I just put on TikTok.
See, go on then. You could advise me on this then. I'm finding it hard to break through on TikTok. Like,
I was uploading stuff for a while. I've done quite a few different styles of videos, and I just do this one meme format now, and that's it. Don't matter what else I put up, gets nothing, but that one thing does.
Right.
But from what I've been told, the people who do well from people who have done well on social media, if you want to build an audience, it's Instagram.
Yeah.
You can go viral on TikTok quite easily. Like, I've got videos with like hundreds of thousands of views, like 50, 30K likes here and there and stuff, but there's no pull through. I've got less followers than I've got on my Instagram.
Yeah.
Like, whereas Instagram helps.
I'd say YouTube's better than Instagram though.
Yeah, I mean, to be honest,
it's harder.
Like, I can imagine. Like, it's so bloated, right? It's you've got 20 years worth of content out there. Like,
I'll drop some stats right now on YouTube. Like, so I've now hit that positive momentum. The first 2 months of doing this pod, so up to episode 60. Bear in mind, I've just hit 3 months now. It took me two months to get myself to 50 followers. Okay.
Right. Yeah.
So, but last Sunday, like 8 days ago, I had 180 subscribers.
I've
now got 375.
Oh, massive! So it's starting to.
It's now starting to hit off.
Yeah.
I'll even check it like live. It's quite cute. I go onto it every single moment now. Like, it becomes addictive. Like, what am I now?
Oh, of course. Yeah.
378.
Massively.
So it's gone up. 5 since this episode.
Nice.
But it's the grind that's hard in social media. To being the consistent.
Yeah. It's the consistency. The consistency is brutal. Like, I do have respect for people who do it and chuck stuff out, like, and keep it going so regularly. I've not been able to do it. I've not been able to keep up a regular routine of uploading anything. Like,
my cop out is doing this.
Yeah.
I do an episode every single day. I've got that bit of software. I can shit out 30 shorts a day now. But then there's too much posting also, isn't there?
I think so. Yeah.
Like,
I think it's possible to, like, burn out audience as well, right?
Yeah. Oh no, it's called shadow banning or something.
Oh, right. Okay, I didn't realize that they would actually shadow ban you for it. Like,
if you did, like, so one thing I noticed, like, on TikTok, I would do posts. So, like, I do my whole week's posts in advance.
Yeah.
So, like, what I've been doing is I've been, like, say, like, picking a comedian I've had on with all the shorts, and I'd upload like 8 for the same day. But, one at 12 at night, one at 3 in the morning, one at 6, just doing it like that.
Yeah.
Then do the whole week in advance. And what I know, some of them were like, okay, like 1,000, 600, 700, and then, like, you'd have like 3 in a row being like 0, 0, 0, and then back to 600 and stuff. So I think
interesting.
They stop it there and then. Where YouTube is weird. It's sort of like, because I do about 8 a day shorts on YouTube a day. You'll get some that are like, like 50, some are 500, some have gone up to 3,000.
Right. Yeah.
The fluctuation is crazy. And there's no success formula to social media.
No, God, no. It's not something I've ever been able to figure out or understand.
No, I hate people who can. I genuinely, because you don't have. It's not people who are doing a master's, a doctorate, to figure out how to write a cheesy hashtag, but they can do it so well, and it infuriates me that I just don't have that skill.
It's a learning curve though, mate, right? Like I said, I've been through so many iterations of different types of videos that I've been putting up on my Instagram, and it's just now this one kind has worked. Like, I've got loads of content that I've removed that you can't see. You can't see the the hours I spent putting these. I mean, I was doing videos of like a year or two ago that they used to take quite a long time to edit and put together. and they just didn't really do much. And then the stupid videos I film of me in my bed pretending to be haunted by the sleep paralysis demon that take 10 seconds to throw it together are getting hundreds of thousands of views.
Yeah, they always say it's like your worst, your less fault ones that do it.
Yeah,
but it's just I don't. Is there another tactic to that, or would you say that's an element of luck?
I'd say it's luck. I'd say it's luck because it's the cheesy old saying, the harder I work, the luckier I get. The more shit you throw against the wall, the more you try, the more you practice, the more you learn.
Yeah, it's a contact sport. Like we would say that in sales. The more people you call, likely the more sales you're going to get.
Absolutely.
You get lucky.
It's a numbers game.
Cool, but that's just it. To be honest.
Yeah.
So go on, Kristian. I'll end it with this one. It's how I always end it because otherwise we could go on for hours. I've got that vibe already. Someone's come up to you because obviously, look, you're good at gong shows. Actually, no. Okay, this will be a two-parter then. One, I want you to give advice to someone who's never done comedy before.
Okay.
So wait, I'm going to rephrase that for the short. Okay, Kristian. Someone comes up to you. They've never done comedy, and they go, "Look, can you give me some advice?" What would you tell them? And you can't say just do it.
And I can't say just do it. That's the answer. That's the answer everyone gives.
I learned about episode 13.
Yeah. Because it is genuinely great advice. Do your next one as soon as possible.
Pardon?
Do your next one as soon as possible.
Okay, cool. I had someone, Deepak, say that two episodes ago. It was basically like, when you book your first gig, book another 2 or 3 at the same time. So you're forced. Absolutely.
And if anything, back to back, the sooner you start gigging days in a row, you're not thinking about your material, you're not thinking about what you're doing, you're present, you're on stage, you're in the room, and that is a huge thing to learn early on.
Yeah. I'm loving my metaphors and analogies today. It's like going to the gym, Kristian. If you go gym once every 2 weeks, you might feel good about it, but you're not going to make any progress.
Exactly.
When you start going gym 4 times a week, that's when you'll notice the difference.
100%.
So that was his answer. What's yours?
Just don't worry about it. Just have fun. Most people will have a really good first gig. Most people do have a decent gig, I think, first time, especially if the MC is kind and gets the crowd going.
Yeah.
And just enjoy that feeling and stick with it and take that with you because you're going to be eating shit over the next few gigs.
Yep. Perfect.
It's going to come.
Yeah, it will come naturally. And I always say, and I always tag them always with, find your people, find your community.
Yeah.
When you've got your people in your corner, got your back in comedy, it's lovely. You'll make friends real quick if you're not a wanker.
Oh, absolutely. I've met so many amazing people through doing comedy and so many mates, genuinely mates for life. Everyone is just lovely and supportive for the most part.
I say 92%. That's the stat.
Yeah.
I was give. Oh, wait, I've nearly got to the end of it actually. No, I'm not going to say that. Wait, it's going to be the last thing I say on the episode. I think it's the first episode I've ever done without mentioning this word. So
okay,
I'm nearly there. Especially talking to a London comedian, I'm nearly there.
Okay.
Oh, the ADHD's now kicked in. Everyone who watches this, they know the words I'm going to say because they already feel hatred with me. Okay, but I'll to finish the last question. Kristian, what advice would you give to beat a gong show?
Be tight, be punchy. If that's not your style, don't get me wrong, then fine. But I think for most people, cut the fat, stop yapping, get to that punchline, get them laughing. Especially if you've got a grace period. It's why I love Ding Dong, not Ding Dong. Sorry, the blackout.
Dildos on your
blackout. Blackout. 2 minutes, right? Use that. I've seen people smash 2 and ride, and you can do that. Yeah. But the biggest is just be punchy, be tight, cut that fat out.
Okay. Would you start with Gong, Big Belly, or Blackout? What's your order? What's your order for someone who's never done gongs to do?
I mean, obviously, I'm completely biased because of my own experiences, but I would say start with the blackout because it's 2 minutes. I would say then go to the ding dong at Big
I think
Belly.
they've got 2 minutes now, or I think they might have a minute.
Because it used to be one. I don't know if they've dropped it to two, but it was definitely it was one. And listen to that feedback that they give you. Listen to what they roast you about, and then if you're feeling nihilistic, go do King Gong.
Yeah, do you know what? Mine would have been belly, blackout, King Gong, Gong, whatever. But yeah, completely. Yeah, agree. I love it. Kristian, brother, look, it's been absolutely amazing having you on. I need to say the word now. Bring us spots. Not going to talk about them. I'm a grown man now, Kristian. That was, a while back. What's your thoughts on bringer spots, Kristian?
I understand them. I think they're frustrating. I get them early on because it does get, particularly somewhere like London where it's just massively oversaturated. Like it does help build a crowd, but I do think it does hinder as well. I mean, I've mentioned this in other places, but like for me, it was like, particularly if I had a friend coming. And it's early days. Like I want to meet and chat to all the other comics and spend time with them, but I feel guilty because I've got my mate with me that I have to look after.
Yeah, it's like bringing your girlfriend to a networking event for work. Right.
Basically, and I think it's I think that's one of the biggest downsides for me is you hit a point then obviously where you run out of friends and it's just other comics.
Yeah. Then you got to go to their nights and you can't perform.
Yeah.
It's like going to the gym, Kristian, with a friend and having to watch them work out.
Yeah, it is. I think it is. I think there's worse things to be doing, right? Obviously, because like you're getting an idea of other nights, you're still getting to meet other people. But just be very careful be incredibly careful performing to an all comic crowd because they're not a genuine audience.
Yeah,
that's the biggest killer.
Yeah.
It's not genuine feedback. I don't mean in terms of on your material, but in terms of like whilst you're actually up there. Yeah.
Completely agree. Kristian, bro, it's been amazing having you on. And guys, thanks ever so much for watching. Cheers, Kristian.
Cheers. It's been a pleasure, mate.